Today we're going to take a look at Fantastic Four by Jonathan Hickman, Omnibus Volume 2. It has an 832 page count and the cover price of $100. Stay tuned after the video to see how you can get yourself entered in the giveaway. And here we have the new printing from Jonathan Hickman, the Fantastic Four Omnibus Volume 2. You get this great standard edition cover here from Gabriel Dell'Otto. This is the one I went with instead of the DM variant. I like this cover a lot more. Just a comparison of the spines from the first volume and the second volume. I don't like how the second volume, the image is larger on the spine, and of course the Fantastic Four, they don't match up. So I don't know, Marvel, you fucking up on that end. And also, it has those very thin pages as well, but it is what it is. Taking a look at the dust jacket here. On the left-hand side, we have like the build-up to this event here. On the right side, the creators listed. And just taking a look at the actual book, you get the Gabriel Dell'Otto on the front cover here. On the spine, you get, again, the black spine, whatever. I don't understand why it's black. And then on the dust jacket's blue, and then on the back of the book here, you get the DM variant. And just open it up real quick just to show you the binding of the book. It is sewn binding, and it's pretty tight. There's not too much gutter loss in this book, but it does unfortunately have that thin paper stock, so you can see through the pages at times, which is super unfortunate with these, man. This happened in the first volume, and it happened in the Jonathan Hickman X-Men run too, but you get the table of contents here with all the creators listed. The artists on here are Greg Tuccini, Steve Epting, Barry Kitson, Ron Garney, Mike Choi, and Ryan Stegman, and of course written by Jonathan Hickman. This book collects Fantastic Four 2011 6 through 23, Fantastic Four 1998 600 through 611, and 605.1. And just something to note, the covers aren't shown before the issues, and there are no page count on this this book at all. So there's no page numbering, which is kind of unfortunate, so you can't like tell exactly where you're at. But all the covers are collected in the back of the omnibus, though. So getting to where we left off of in the end of Volume 1, Reed Richards had created this device, the Bridge, which is a trans-dimensional observation device. It's to study how problems were solved on the thousands of other dimensional Earths. He joined up with the Council of Richards, which are a bunch of other like Reed Richards variants, and they were trying to solve all these problems in different universes and all that. But unlike the other Reed Richards, this Reed Richards that we know, he didn't want to leave his family behind. So that's kind of what happens, what starts all this craziness. The War of the Four Cities is started because of all this, and a battle between two empires is shown here in the beginning of this omnibus. War of Kings. Upon detonation of a bomb, Black Bolt disappeared into the newly created vault, never to be seen again. But of course, the king returns, man, and then you get some stuff with Ronan. He carries the Supremer seed in his hammer. You get Black Bolt returning to his 5 brides that are like these sick alien creatures and stuff like that, like horses. It's great, man. This is a fantastic book. I love the artwork throughout it. It's heavy on family the whole time. I mean, a lot of it really is just that. I mean, Reed Richards wouldn't, sacrifice his family. He didn't want to leave them to solve all these problems, which created more problems, unfortunately. But definitely deals heavy on family with, his kids. His kids are the superstars of this book, really. Val, and of course, your boy Franklin Richards, man. The super fucking badass dude, man. He's got a moment in here that is like probably one of the most badass moments in comics for sure. In the end of Volume 1 as well, we did lose one of the greatest members of the Fantastic Four. Johnny Storm sacrificed himself into the negative zone, battling like thousands and thousands of these bug creatures. So Johnny Storm was thought to be dead in this, in the negative zone, but, he may just come back. But with the battle ensuing with Inhumans and Kree and all this taking place on Earth, man, the Fantastic Four gets joined up by all these mighty heroes like Captain America, the Avengers, She-Hulk, Wolverine's up in there. Just so many characters roll up, and as all these ships just come to Earth to just destroy the shit out of it, they have quite a big problem ahead of them, and even bigger problems to come in the future. So I mean, these battles are sick, man. They're drawn so well. There's some epic moments. I mean, Hulk comes up, the Red Hulk thing has some clobbering time, action going on. I do love Spider-Man in this too. He's funny as hell doing his web slinging action as always. The Future Foundation, the kids Val and Franklin end up like transporting the top of the Baxter building to another area because it's about to be attacked. And then this part here rolls up, man. So it's the end. It's a kind of a retelling of your boy Johnny Storm going into the negative zone and saving the day in the Volume 1, going against Annihilus in this zone. And that's where really it picks up here, and you get the rebirth of Johnny Storm, where these worms bring him back to life or whatever, and you know, he just becomes like this epic version of himself. He's a super badass here. He ends up battling for Annihilus in these like kind of gladiator type games before he kind of figures out that he needs to get this cosmic control rod from Annihilus if he's going to ever like get out of here and get back to his family and all that. So there's the rod there. He ends up getting a hold of it, and then he is like the king of the negative zone here, and you know, everybody kind of like bows down to him, and he's just an epic super badass, as you see there, like standing all stoic, of course, with the fire and all that. He's got weird bug shit on his arm now. The artwork in the Inhuman stuff is always really good throughout this book. I mean, Black Bolt looks awesome, and then of course Galactus rolls up, man. You get this cool little issue here. It's kind of like a children's book almost, the artwork throughout it and how it's told, but you know, the children go to the moon with their Baxter building that they transported to get away from these bugs from the negative zone. There's a couple like these flashback issues throughout here as well, some like tie-in stuff, and then of course your boy Johnny Storm makes his epic return to help out the Fantastic Four in this sick battle. The Thor burning in the air. The Ben Grimm just sees it and is just super pumped up, and he just starts smashing dudes. You knew Johnny Storm was going to come back in epic fashion, and of course he did. And you know, the story, it just gets more and more epic as it goes along, which is great. Dr. Doom has some great parts in here. You know, Dr. Doom, the all hope lies in Doom, really is a big part of this book, and it's good to see, you know, Doom team up with the Fantastic Four to take on all this craziness, which is you know, it just gets crazier and crazier. The main story is about half of the book, if not like a little bit more, and then the end of the book here is just basically some like tie-ins and a little I don't know, a little like one-shot issues about stuff. Some of it has some to do with the main story here. All this does lead up to Secret Wars eventually, but you get Galactus rolling up here to go against the Celestials. So once the Celestial shows up, you know shit is about to go down. And Galactus just gets absolutely fucked up by the Celestials. He stands no chance. So, you know, the Fantastic Four, they're pretty much doomed at that point. But luckily they have Doom. He, you know, like sacrifices himself to, you know, save them some time. Galactus does just get absolutely ragdolled by these these Celestials. So, it's great stuff, man. Just epic art. And then, of course, you get Val and Franklin from the future rolling up. Hard body. Everybody is pumped. Franklin is just such an absolute badass in this book. I mean, I can't express enough how much of a badass he is. Like, he is so sick in this run. He might be like one of my top favorite characters now, man. You know, the moment coming up here has to be like one of the biggest holy shit moments in comic history. I mean, like, as I was reading it, I got them wrestling vibes, like, holy shit, yeah. To my Galactus, man, he, you know, Galactus is a herald of Franklin Richards because he's such a fucking badass, yo. So he ends up having this Galactus do some work to these Celestials, but it only like buys them some time, really. But you know, the epic battle ensues later on. But man, all in all, this book is just absolutely incredible. If you haven't read this Jonathan Hickman run of Fantastic Four, I highly recommend it. You know, Val in this part here, she ends up like hooking your boy up with some infinity gauntlets in the I think this is he in the negative zone? I forget where the hell he's at, but he's got all those weird Doom creatures. He's just somewhere with the bridge. He goes back to where all those weird Doom people were like lobotomized. Just badass stuff, man. And then you get like some kind of random issues in the back here. This is like one of the Reed Richards. It kind of shows his history. He was like part of like he had like his own little crew in like when the Nazis were around in World War II and all that. And you get this issue here where the Fantastic Four goes in and tries to cure this dude's cancer. this issue here where Peter Parker and Johnny Storm are living together, and like Peter Parker just cannot stand Johnny. Johnny's just such a fucking asshole doing all this fucked up shit to him, and he's just bugging out all the time. But definitely just like a lot of really cool stuff to finish out this book. You get some stuff here with the Black Panther and Wakanda, which is some cool stuff. This little like hyena gang, whatever, they pop up. They're kind of sick. They like booby trap this dead body, which is dope, and it just blows up in front of everybody. All great artwork too, man. Like, there's not a moment in this book where the artwork sucks. Everything in this book is just so damn good. It's fun to read. I read this thing in like 2 days. This book, or this issue here, is sick, where they end up like rigging the dead Galactus that was in the first volume, and they make a spaceship out of him, and these people are just rolling through space, time traveling. Just epic stuff, man. I definitely highly recommend picking this book up and reading it. I'm sure it's probably going to go out of print at some time, so definitely pick it up while it's still available, and you know, read the hell out of it, man, because it's a great read. And then getting to the back of the book here, you get all the covers listed. So there's the cover gallery, the Gabriel Dell'Otto, which is beautiful, man. I love that cover there. You get a bunch of different work. You get some stuff from Mark Bagley up in here. Just great covers. Yeah, there's the Black Bolt Mark Bagley right there. Tremendous covers in this book. Just all in all, like, this has got to be probably my top run of all time. This great connecting cover there. You know, from top to bottom, the artwork, the writing, this book was entertaining from start to finish. Same with volume 1. Highly recommend picking it up. Let me know what you think about this run down in the comments, if you're going to pick it up or not. And as always, thank you for watching. The next giveaway is worldwide. One lucky winner will win the X-Men Omnibus Volume 1 DM variant Jack Kirby cover. You'll also get a Powers of X Issue 1 Diodato 1 in 200 Virgin variant, as well as King Spawn #1 Greg Capullo Raw Sketch variant. To win, you must be subscribed to the channel, like and comment on a video where I promote the giveaway. When we hit 750 subscribers, I'll pick a random video and then use a random comment generator to pick the winner. Good luck!